Hi guys, Matt from Finatics here, and we got another order done box for you. Getting ramped up for another great year. Really excited what this year's going to bring, and right off the bat, what we're going to get out of this box. First thing we get is feeder guppies. Completely out of feeder guppies, so now we are not. Second things out of the box, we have, this looks like the Hong Kong white clouds. They aren't listed as a longfin, but actually I really like the way these guys look. They've got longish fins, nice yellows in them, super neat fish. I actually get them a little cheaper than I get the longfins for. Next thing is something I've had a lot of requests for, and I've been having a heck of a time finding. These are scarlet Bettas, and they look really good. I got a mix of males and females in the bag, which oftentimes we only get males, so that's super cool. Somebody's asking me for a Dumbo Half Moon Betta, and by golly, I got a Dumbo Half Moon Betta. It looks like he's a blue with white. Super, super cool type of Betta. That's all I got in for Bettas this week. I got to get my Betta system open up for more Bettas. One of those guys didn't make the trip. Boy, we've had a little bit of trouble on shipping on these guys. These are the black King Kong panda shrimp. We got a nice group of those last week. Some of them were really big and beautiful, had a little blue in them. This group looks more average in size, but still some little blue in there. Super cool, little higher end shrimp that we're trying out. Next thing up is a teeny tiny little catfish. Won't stay teeny tiny for long. This is a shovel-nosed catfish, so it would be the tiger shovel-nose. Oh, almost missed you guys. You're flattened up against the side there. You guys doing all right? Yeah, we got a batch of fiddler crabs. We got kind of squished in there, but looked like everybody made the trip anyway, though. Good, good. And oh, hey, somebody sent me fruity pebbles. These guys always look like fruity pebbles to me. These are the Clowfish, glow Tetras. Try to keep a stock of those guys. A lot of new hobbyists out there looking for their first fish. Despite anybody's feels about it, a lot of people's very first trip into the hobby is Clowfish. Here's the Daniels as well. So we've got a new stock on these guys. The last thing out of this box, we have chain loaches. Ran out of those last week as well. A couple of requests on those guys, so I got another batch of chain loaches. Good looking little fellas. And that's it for this box. Box number 2. I think I'm going to have some feeders in here. Some blackworms and some feeders. A lot of you guys have been hitting me up for the half pound, and that's awesome. Keep letting me know ahead of time if you're going to do that, because we can always bring you in a big batch of blackworms. Here we are, the new batch. Bit juicy, but we'll get those cleaned up. They still look good. So plenty of those to go around. And then a couple other things in here are feeder items as well. This is feeder goldfish, or connets. We go for $5 for a buck still. And the last thing is ghost shrimp. Some of them didn't make the trip, but most of them look good. Of course, we do ghost shrimp, bag of 50 for, what does that come out to, 25 bucks if you have pre-order on those guys. That's the only thing we got in the box today. Everything else is ice packs. Yep, that's it for feeders. Alrighty, here we go with another box. Let's see what kind of exciting friends we have in here. A fun order this week. I've had some really cool stuff to bring in, a lot of restock too. First thing up is some cichlids. These are the Guyanan festivum. A couple different locales on festivums. These guys came in tiny, but they look really good. I'm kind of stoked on those. I like festivums. They're kind of like the flat angel of the cichlid world. Let's see. Oh, Singapore shrimp. Need these. Been out for a couple weeks. So nice size on them too. And And those are bamboo shrimp or flower shrimp, whatever you want to call them. Super cool filter feeding critter. Next thing up is Peniton. This is African butterfly. Have not been able to get African butterflies in like a year. I swear the last ones we got in were last January, before the lockdown. Should have 3 on this order. Here it is, African butterfly. We put these in community tank all the time, even though they got a great big trapdoor mouth. They're always looking up for food. We feed them like little bits of krill, or they take flies like crazy. Super cool fish. Kind of an alternative to hatchet for your topwater fish. You look at them from on top. Let's see if we can create that. I doubt it. Maybe I have to do it from do it in the side by side. But if you look on top of these guys, they look like a butterfly landed on the water. So that's why they call them butterfly. Don't look like it from the side. I oftentimes get asked that. Let's see, more shrimp. This is a mono shrimp. I think this is like week 10 that I've sold out of a mono shrimp in a row. But that's good because a mono shrimp are great to have in your planted tank. Let's see, what do we got here? Zodiac Loach, or a batik loach. These guys are a little smaller than the first time I got these two. I haven't had these guys, or last week we got moose face loach. Both are super cool, unusual loaches that a little less aggressive than most your loach group. Got to make sure they get food, kind of like your Quarries. Super neat, super cool loaches. Let's see, autos. Yeah, this is probably week 10 that we've run out of autos every week. Keep ordering more autos every week, and you guys keep getting them for your planted tanks or otherwise. Next thing out of the bag is half-public Widdens. These are those bumblebee or thick-skinned haplochromis, or the Victorian haps. Super cool, guys. I think we got 1 or 2 left over there to start to color up. Every time we take a colored one out of there, the next one colors up. Let's see. Where are you guys? Oh, large neons. Not huge on these guys, but not tiny either. Still running the special on these guys, $2 for a large neon, and we're doing the 25% off if you get 4 more at a time. And let's see, last but not least in this box, this is Boris Bridget, or the Chili Rasbora. These guys have kind of steeply gone up in price on the wholesale market recently, but super cool little nano fish. Don't get over an inch. Very bright, thus the name Chili Rasbora. They always look kind of pink when they first come in. You get them color up a little bit here, but when they get home in your planted tank, they look like a little chili pepper. That's the name. Alrighty, here we go with another box. Let's check out and see what we got in this order. First thing in here out of the bag, the rainbow sharks. Oh, they look pretty good. Nice good size on those guys. Remember, they get 5 inches plus. Not appropriate for most community tanks, but if you got a semi-aggressive tank, they can do pretty good. Then we've got some Salvini Cichlids. Got low on some of my regular stock cichlids, so we did a reorder. Salvinis are the yellow striped cichlid. Really pretty as they get bigger. And medium aggressive, not terribly. Let's see, now these guys are kind of the opposite. Big cichlid. This is a Carpentis, or a green Texas cichlid. I had somebody asking me about these the other day. Hadn't seen them on a list for a while. Saw them, said, hey, we need some great big ornery fish in here, so we got us some Carpentis cichlids. Next thing up, we have some Yoyo Loaches. I love Yoyo Loaches just in the sense that when they're little like this, their pattern has their name right on their side. Oh, somebody in there's not a yo-yo, it's something else in there. Every once in a while we'll get oddballs in the bag. But they change their pattern as they get bigger. When they're little, it says yo-yo right on the side. Next thing up is a mudfish. This guy is actually a special order. Really unusual guy. If you get a chance to Google these guys, an African mudfish. Really interesting natural history on those guys. Let's see, tank raised Ruminos Tetras. Of course, when they're in the bag and stressed out, they just look like silverfish with a little black tips on the tail, but their bright red noses will come in as they get settled into their tank. We've been selling out of Ruminos every week, just like some of the other guys. And pencilfish. looked around and realized we were out of pencilfish. I think I've got just a couple oddballs laying around. So we ordered in these guys. These are the trifasciata pencilfish, or the three-lined pencilfish. Pencilfish have just been really popular. People are liking the special to buy 4 more and get 25% off on those guys. Corydoras trilineatus, another stock Cory. Got to have these all the time, and got to looking around and didn't have any, so we had to restock. At any given time, we usually have 20, 30, I think right now we have 35 different types of Cories. And here, these were a special order also. I ordered more than the order was for, so I got some extras. These are called a Tucano or a Toucan Tetra. Kind of a bit spendy nano fish. They got kind of a red nose to them and a black stripe. I've had those up in my little display tank up there for quite a while. I really like those guys. That's it for this box. We'll get on to the next. Alright, this is our last box on this order. Let's see what treasures we will find. I should have some ideas, but honestly, it's been a long time since Monday. I don't remember for sure what we got. Oh, hey, like that. This is a pleco. This, if you can see him at all. This is a gold nugget pleco, but that's one of these L81N, which designates the small spot gold nugget. Super cool little pleco. I really like that guy. Next up, we have something I haven't been able to get in for months. These are the giant bluewood shrimp, or vampire shrimp. Nice batch of these guys. Not as big as some of them I've ever got, but I'm just happy to get any at all. It looks like the price went up on those guys a little bit, but still really happy just to see them. We got some regular old white clouds. Nice size on these guys. White clouds are, of course, a great choice for a nano tank. Small mouths, fun little fish to have. Next bag has Grommies. These are powder blue dwarf Grommies. Let's see, we have red tail sharks. Looks like we didn't get the full bag of them. I ordered a dozen and they gave us 3, but we'll take 3 red tail sharks for you. Alright, what's next? Coming out of the bag, we got some Geophagus. On the small side here, but nice looking little fish. We'll see if we can find them in the bag at all. Geophagus, of course, your quintessential earth-eating cichlid. They're no longer called a Geophagus, though, for reasons that I can only guess at. Next, guys, are Quarries. These are simulatus Quarries. Some of you guys took advantage of that last group I got in, got a little special on them. Picked up the last of what they had at the warehouse, so we got a good group of those guys. Got a decent price for a really cool Quarry, and then they're probably going to be hard to get after that. These are a Geophagus also, true Geophagus. These are Geophagus, let me pronounce it properly, I always do it wrong. Standucknuri. Standucknuri? Alright, we'll take that. Standucknuri? My Latin sucks. But anywho, these guys are the yellow earth eater. They're bigger, a little more aggressive than your Geophagus, more so than your red-topped topalios. But usually pair them with your medium aggressive cichlids. And last thing out of the bag, not the least by any means, so they're tiny. These are some more feisty little critters. These are red terrors, or festa. I always read that as feisty. It's festa red terrors, which of course get pretty medium big and are pretty rough and tumble. And that's it for this week's order.